Hi friends, thanks for joining me for yoga. Let's take this time to grab any props you need, any blocks, bolsters, straps, whatever can aid you and support you in your poses. I want you to take any modifications to rest. Otherwise, join me on the mat. So we're going to begin a seated position. So yogi's choice. So you can sit crisscross applesauce. You can sit on your knees if you want to. You can sit half lotus or lotus if you're practicing those. Just find your sit bones and sit and ground into this space. Let's just take a nice deep inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth, allowing everything to come out. Anything you don't need, let it go. We're going to take this time and this space to anchor in this moment, the present moment, the only moment that matters. So with your hands on your knees for grounding or up for energy, close your eyes and let's find that beautiful natural breath. Follow it as it goes in your nose and into your lungs. Maybe it swirls around and then it pours right back out through your nose and exits the body. Follow its little journey in and out. Remembering you can always focus on your breath if your mind tends to wander. It'll always be there for you. And just acknowledge it. Let's take 2 deep inhales through the nose and let it out the mouth. And I'll give us a count, but you can always just go at your own pace. So inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, and exhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do 2 more inhales and exhales just like that at your own pace. You should be coming on the end of that last breath. And now you can simply come to your natural breath. Let's slowly open our eyes. Welcome back. And let's begin our practice. So we're going to start with some side stretches. So let's place your left hand next to you and your right hand palm up. And let's reach our arm up and over. Take that slight bend of your elbow, left elbow, and just stretch out. Make sure to open up a little bit and bring your gaze to your right hand. Keeping that breath. And exhale, let's push it down. Push that breath down. Let's place the right hand on the mat. Let's bring the left hand up. So inhale, rise your hand to the sky, up and over. Reaching, making sure to keep our arm back, shoulders back. Bring your gaze to your hand. And now let's push it down. Let's do 2 more. You can go at your own pace, you can follow along with me. And we'll meet here at center. So you can change your leg placement. So if you had one, say your left foot on the bottom, bring your right foot on top. Just switch the placement, refine your sit bones. So we're going to do a gentle seated twist. So let's bring your left hand to your right knee and bring your right arm to behind your hip. Or if you want a little bit extra, you can bring it straight out if you need a little bit more of a twist. So inhale, grow tall, and exhale, bring your gaze over your right shoulder and find that twist. Remembering to follow that natural breath, trying to keep it smooth. Let's bring gaze forward and come back to center. And now we're going to go to the left side. So right hand, left hip. Reach your right arm up and over, or you can have it straight behind you. You find your version today. So inhale, let's grow tall. Exhale, bring that gaze over the left shoulder and find that twist. Follow that natural breath. Bring the gaze forward, bring the arms forward, shake it off. Now we're going to loosen up our neck a little bit. So you can bring your hands to the side of you. So what we're going to do is keep your tips of your, bring our left ear to our left shoulder. And so having the hands on the mat, it helps really anchor down and pull that right side of the neck. It just gives it a little more of a stretch. Because sometimes when we're just sitting with our hands on our lap, when we do this, we tend to also lean with it. So this is another anchor. Slowly and gently bring your head. And let's bring it to our right shoulder. Right ear, right shoulder. You can feel that nice stretch. We hold so much tension in our shoulders and in our neck. It's good to do little stretches. So let's go back and we're going to do the left side again. So left ear, left shoulder, slowly release the head down. Feeling that amazing stretch. Head back to neutral. And let's right ear, right shoulder. Very good. Now to add to our warm-up, we're going to do a nice forward fold. So let's stretch those legs out. Give them a little shake since they were crossed for a while. Bring your legs together. Activate those knees and quads. Feet point up. Sit up straight. Find those sit bones again. And bring your arms up. Face them forward. And exhale, fold forward from the hips. So always fold from the hips. And reach those hands out to as far as you can today. Might be at your shins, it might be your ankles, or under your feet. And then try and pull your heart space forward as you fold over your legs. So we're going to stay here for 5 breaths. You should be coming up on that last breath. Now as we come up, bring your head and neck up first and slowly walk your hands up your body, up your legs, and sit up. Very good. Since we're here, let's bring our feet together and we'll do our butterfly pose, seated bound angle pose. So bring the heels of your feet together and you're going to hold your ankles or the tops of your feet, like clasp your hands. and then pull your body through your arms. So you want to really activate that spine. Your back feels very activated now. You can even help keep it more activated by kind of flex your biceps. You can feel that pushing forward. So let's give a little flap to our butterfly wings. Loosen it up. And then we're going to fold forward in our butterfly pose. So if you feel like it's too intense, you can bring your feet away from your body. If you need more, pull them in. So let's inhale and grow tall. And exhale, fold forward over your butterfly wings for seated, folded butterfly pose. This is also known as cobbler, which just makes me hungry. So find your breath and try and breathe into the tight spots. One more breath. Bring your gaze up. You can bring your hands, plant your hands, and slowly bring your body back up. And then let's make our way to tabletop. So bring your hands under your shoulders and your knees under your hips. Front, back. Do circles, hip circles going one direction. Now let's change the direction. Very nice. Now I want you to bring your knees to the outside of the mat, toes touch, and send your hips back for child's pose. And reach to the top of your mat. And bring your head to your mat or put a block under your head. If you need a little support in your knees, on top of or under your queen, your calves and your hamstrings. Strain or to hurt yourself. So take those modifications. So try to send those hips back and really stretch your arms overhead. Let's bring our hands under our hips. Bringing our hands under our hips. Let's tuck our toes and send our hips back, our feet back, and our hips back. I get tongue twisted. Let's bring our gaze to the top of our mat. Let's halfway lift. Fold. Let's bring our arms to the sky with upward facing tree. Palms together. Hands at heart center. Very good. Now we're going to stand in Tadasana, mountain pose. So, feet can be hip distance apart. They can be together. Whatever you feel more grounded, and it's right for you. Activate your core. Shoulders up and back, hands forward, and grow tall in your crown. It's a very strong pose. You can see the mountain shape in the pose. It's a mountain. Here. You'll see me looking at my side here. I got a different mic so that you could hear me better. So if it cuts out, I apologize. I'm a little newbie with it. But practice, not perfection, right? All right, so we're going to begin some sun salutation A. So, from bring our hands up overhead, and then forward fold, hinging at the hips. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant to plank. Inhale at plank. Exhale, take chaturanga. So bring your arms down, lower your belly and feet, legs to the mat, and push up to cobra. Inhale. Send the hips up, tuck the toes to downward facing dog. For 5 breaths. So activate your downward dog. You can put a little bend in the knees. Excuse me, I need water. Put a little bend in the knees. Find space in your back. Find length in your back. You can still pedal out your feet if you need to pedal out your feet. And then bring your gaze to the top of the mat and hop or step to the top of your mat. And halfway lift, bring the gaze forward, forward fold. And then root to rise, bring your hands to the sky. Bring your palms together. Bring your hands at heart. So heart center, very good. So we're going to do 2 more rounds. You can add what you want to add. So if you're working on jumping back, if you're working on anything extra, or if you need a modification, maybe you're still working on your chaturangas and you can put your knees down. Whatever you need for today. So, inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant to plank. Inhale at plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Lower the belly, hands under your shoulders. Push up to cobra or down dog. And send the hips back for downward dog. We'll take 3 breaths here. Of your mat, halfway lift, exhale, forward fold. Now root to rise, inhale, upward tree, exhale, hands to heart center. Now we'll do another one, and remember, you can do your own pace. You may be off. We'll meet back here in mountain pose. We'll do that last and final round now. So inhale. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant to plank. Inhale, up dog, cobra. Dog. Gaze up to top of your mat. Hop, step to top of your mat. Halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root arms to the sky. Hands at heart center. Mountain pose. So we'll give everyone just a moment to catch up. And let's find mountain. Catch your breath. You can even close. Very good. Now we're going to do, got the hiccups. We're going to do a tree pose. a lovely tree pose. It's all about balance, but we're going to move from tree pose to a warrior three pose. So I am going to probably warrior because I have a door behind me. I'll do my best. So let's bring our hands to our hips and let's look at our feet. So let's try, and we're going to do the left side first on our grounding foot. So look at your foot and lift your toes. Spread them out and then drop them down. We're going to try and root our foot. It's going to be the foundation of our pose. So hands on our hips. You can bring our right foot either to your ankle, your calf, or your inner thigh. Avoid your knee. You don't want to put pressure on your knee and hurt yourself. So grow tall. Try and make your right knee come out. So we're trying to open. So we're opening our tree. It's kind of like opening the door. So if you feel a little wobbly, come back in it. Hold on to a table, a wall, a door. When you're ready, you can bring your arms up. However you're feeling today. Hands at heart center. Find that natural breath and find a focal point. Preferably something that's not moving. You can even close your eyes if you want a challenge, a balancing challenge. Very good. So let's bring our hands back to our hips. So without bringing our foot back to the ground, let's swing our knee forward, knee in, okay? And then we're going to go into warrior three. So we're going to slowly hinge forward, kicking out our right foot. Haha, I didn't hit the door. It's all about placement. Always be aware of your surroundings. And then start hinging forward, keeping those hips square to the floors. Be square. Sounds silly, but we want to make sure our posture is correct, or at least start getting in that direction of trying to have the right. We don't want to be out like this. We don't want to start twisting. Those are whole different poses. So keep practicing your warrior three. You can always come back into it. Or you can even put your hand on the block. I mean, there's whatever you need to do your poses. Keep practicing. See, even today I'm feeling wobbly. So let's bend that right knee and bring it down. Shake it out. And now we're going to go to our right side. So we're going to balance on our right foot. So bring your left heel up. Widen your toes, lift your toes, widen them, spread them out, and drop them down on your right foot. Hands on your hips. Let's bring that right foot to where you want to today. So ankle, calf, or above the knee. Sides will be a little different. We are not perfectly the same on both sides. So just observe differences. Don't judge them. Just observe them. Sometimes the days are different and one side is better than the other, and then the next day it's the opposite. So, growing tall through our tree, so we want to pull up into our posture. Bringing that left knee out to open those hips. And then find your placement of your hands. Or if you need assistance today, you can bring that foot right back down. It is your practice. Be gentle with yourself. So find that beautiful breath. Remember, you can always come back into these poses that are balancing poses. Very good. Let's bring our hands to our hips. And we're going to go into warrior three. So let's swing that knee forward. Bring that foot next to our leg. Then start hinging forward, kicking out that leg, squaring those hips. Our view right in front of us, right below us. You can shoot your arms out like a Superman or Superwoman, but find a focal point and keep trying. So even if you have to place your hand on the block or the floor even, or even if you're just a little bit forward, that's okay. You're still getting the benefit. Maybe you're going even further than you were last time you tried Warrior 3. You can always do different arm placements, but I feel a little bit more steady today, because every day's different, with my hands on my hips. So try one more time. Hinging forward, finding your balance, and then bend that left knee and bring it back down, and then shake it out. Shake it out. Whew. Okay, good job. Now we're going to make our way back to our mats. So let's inhale, rise our arms to the sky. Exhale, fold forward. And then plant your hands and then step back and drop your knee to table. Very good. So we're going to do just a little bit more on our mats and then we'll be done. See, you're doing great. So let's plant the feet. Put your hands under your knees. We're going to do a little core with boat. And there are so many varieties with boat. So we have beginner boat where you just bend back and you hold on to your knees, let go, arms, all kinds of boats. So I'll show you some and then you choose what you want to do. So plant your feet, bring your knees together, feet together. Activate top of your body, growing tall, hands under your knees. Slowly lean back, activate that core. And you can point your toes, making it look pretty. Bring your hands in front of you, or start here with this boat. One more breath, and release. And do a gentle widening of your knees, just an easy hangout fold. Kind of like a, what kind of shoes am I going to wear today fold? I don't know. Let's come back up. Hands under the knees. Now you can challenge yourself by taking it a little further or stay where you are. You choose. So, lean back. Let's do our second round of boats. You got this. Stay strong. Breathe. Focus on that breath. 2 more breaths. You got it. Last one. Very good. Lower and take that chill out fold. Whew. All right, on this last one, we're gonna lower to the ground, so keep that in mind, okay? All right, feet planted. Ready? We got this. Back to boat. Let's count. So we'll do 5 counts. Activate. You're strong. You can always hold back to your hold on to those legs if you need to. Come on. One more. And then extend and out. Just very good. Let's hug knees into chest. And then let's drop our knees to the right. Bring your arms out like a T and bring your gaze over your left hand, palms down. And just try and let go. Both knees don't have to get to the ground. It's all about the twist. And if it's too much on your neck, you can keep your gaze neutral. Speaking of gazes, let's bring that gaze back to neutral, and let's keep our knees and legs together in this position and just bring them and lift them to the center. And then it's a good stretch. Bring that gaze to the right. Try and keep those shoulders on the ground and just let go. It's okay if your feet move, if your knees move. Mine usually do. Just breathe and find that wonderful breath. Let's bring that gaze neutral. Lift the legs up. Them in one last. Now lay on your mat. Shavasana time. You did good. You worked hard. You yogaed. So get as comfortable as you can. Eyes are heavy. Your body's heavy. Your time to relax and to allow you to soak up everything that you've done. Yourself. It's the most important part of the practice. Slowly begin making a little movements, allowing up, feeling refreshed. Take a little bit bigger stretches. Let's hug knees into chest. Giving your body appreciation for what it's done for you. And let's roll to one side. Pausing for a moment of reflection. You feel.